Hello and good morning, friends of Sherwood Tax. Just wanted to reach out to everybody because you may have heard in the news that our government has been busy at work this week passing some new stimulus legislation. And it's been really fun for us tax accountants because it actually affects some of 2020 tax returns. And so we've been on pins and needles while they've gotten this legislation through. And I wanted to give you a quick, hopefully under 3-minute summary of what it all says, and we'll give you some bullet points along with the video. And of course, feel free to reach out to us anytime with any questions that you have. So first of all, the big thing in the news is the stimulus payments. Yes, they're doing another round of stimulus payments up to $1,400 per taxpayer and each dependent. And so what this means is that for people now, don't go looking in your mailbox. If you made more than $75,000 if you're single, or $150,000 if you're married, this is not for you. However, many people's income was down, so you may be qualifying for this. And the nice thing is the dependents aren't limited by age like they were before. If a person is a dependent on your tax return, you're going to get the $1,400 stimulus payment. So that part is a little more generous than they were before. And if you did direct deposit on your tax returns before, you'll get that directly in your bank, or it would go out either via check or one of those debit cards that they've been sending out. So keep an eye out for that. The next big thing, and this is why we put some of our returns at Sherwood Tax on pause, is we were waiting to hear what was going to happen with unemployment benefits. They decided to make up to $10,200 of unemployment benefits non-taxable. So this is very unique for 2020. And again, there's income limitations. If you have to have made under 75,000 single or 150 married. But if you did, then that is non-taxable. We don't know how they're going to do this yet because, of course, the legislation just passed. There's no IRS forms. There's no instructions. There's no way for us to figure out how to report this correctly on the tax return. So until we get that, we have to just hold on to those returns and just figure out what the IRS is going to do in order to implement all these new rules. The next thing is this is a fun one. They expanded the child tax credit. So child tax credits were up to $2,000 per child. Now they're extending it to up to $3,600 per child, but they're not making it a credit on your tax return. Instead, they're going to prepay it starting in July in monthly $300 per month installments. Will they get this right? Don't know. How will they execute it? We're not sure. But this is what the legislation says. So, this is more reason why we need to fund the IRS, but that's another topic because they're going to have to figure out how to implement this all. They also expanded the earned income credit. They've extended those federal unemployment benefits, which I know for a lot of business owners, this is not good news because it means your employees are getting $300 a week from the government and they might not want to come back to work. But they extended that through September, the $300 a week payments that they were making. There's also been some changes to the marketplace insurance, some FSA limitations, COBRA insurance. There's a lot of things they packed in there for small business owners, and we'll put some of those in the bullet points of the email. And then, of course, we're standing by to assist if this affects you as well. Those will be for 2021 kind of savings accounts and how to treat employee contributions. So there was a couple of things that were in the news that did not make it into the bill. And one of them is raising the minimum wage to $15 an hour. I know in Oregon, that's not as big of a deal, but that didn't happen. And then the student loans are not being forgiven yet. They're trying to position themselves to make that change at a later date. And ultimately, potentially, if they get forgiven in the future, that you won't have to recognize that as income, but it did not make it into this legislation. So hopefully that was helpful to you. Just know here at Sherwood Tax, we're doing everything we can to get everybody's tax returns done. We are working as hard as we can and still trying to get a little bit of sleep so we're sharp and able to, make good decisions and give you a complete and accurate tax return. So please, we appreciate your patience as we work through your returns. And if you just need to have any questions, please contact us. But if you just are checking on the status of your return, just know that we're working on it. And we appreciate you. Have a great rest of your day.